Hello everyone, my name's Tech here. Lenny has been asking for the return of WCW. Welp, here it is. WCW lives, it's the return. We're 24 hours after the, Bash at the Beach pay-per-view. Clash at the Beach, something like that. You guys can speak, by the way, so just feel free to jump in. I got a whole
No, that was the
bunch of
intro.
people with me today, but we're 24 hours after that. It's Nitro. Eric Bischoff's coming out there, and he's announcing that the two brands will now be one, and that there will be one world champion. So Sting and Ric Flair will face each other tonight in the main event to crown the undisputed champion. We're not doing an undisputed belt. It's two belts. Alright, so don't get any ideas. Alright, someone explain this.
So, to open up the new era of once fusing back the corporations, we have decided to defend most, if not all, of the belts besides the Cruiserweight Championship. And we started off with the tag team belts. And we have the up and coming tag team of AJ Styles or Air Styles teaming up with Christopher Daniels against the Los Slashers, the least important tag team in the tag team division. And they've lost, causing Chavo Guerrero to finally say, you know what? Screw this tag team. I'm going to be PG because I know revenue is hard on YouTube. and and says, to hell with you, Lasher, and beats up Lasher, doing a heel turn on Lasher. Chavo Guerrero is now a bad guy once again.
But he trusted him. Alright, your favorite thing of the week.
We then get the Scooby-Doo music playing in the background of a obvious
it's a mashup,
copyright non
yeah.
unsolvable mystery machine as Sabu, Terry Funk, Rob Van Dam, and Lance Storm are smoking the doobies in the back that they were provided from by Chronic, and stated, man, tonight we're gonna be fighting the Confederates. And Sabu growls. Terry Funk says, "I'll put him over. I'll put him over." And oh, let me do something with him. I'll do something special with him. As Lance Storm looks at his crotch, because it's damn. Look at that crotch. Tech, edit this video and show a zoom of Lance Storm's.
No, I will not. Oh, this is great.
So, it's the Confederate American Exchange versus the 420 Express. As Rob Van Dam, Terry Funk, Lance Storm, and Sabu, after getting high in the unsolvable mystery machine, take on the likes of Jeff Jarrett, Chris Harris, Shane Helms, and Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, it was going to be James Storm, but he's injured.
Currently, James Storm's injured. We would have known that if Tech continued the series. And after a long,
what are we doing right now?
14 and 47-minute battle, Jeff Jarrett makes Terry Funk tap out to the figure 4 leg lock, avoiding the forever hold.
And Buff Bagwell got injured with a distracted thigh muscle, so hopefully that's not bad.
A distracted thigh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
right.
So as the Confederates talk about how smoking weed is for losers who should be barefoot and pregnant, and how the white people are superior to all race, Scott Steiner's music hits, and he's accompanied to the ring with Stacy Keibler. And instead of trying
Can I
to
take it over here? I got an idea.
Yes.
So the genetic freak Scott Steiner goes out there with Stacy Keibler clenching a little bit of her booty because he's a genetic freak like that. And the genetic freak Scott Steiner says that the genetic freak has no race and that the Confederate American Exchange is just a bunch of racists, and he doesn't matter who they are. They have a 33 and a third % chance of beating his ass because he's got all the fat asses with him. Of course, Jeff Jarrett and all of them are looking at him like he's crazy. Scott Steiner says that he challenges any man to come out there and make him humble. And that one man was Shawn Stasiak. Wasn't a bad match. We had the tag team, one half of the tag team champs lose tonight to Scott Steiner, but it's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't matter. The parents
Doesn't matter.
The title was on the line. Shawn Stasiak loses.
I would hope it wasn't on the line.
7 minutes and 44 seconds to a Frankensteiner off the top rope. Scott Steiner, fat asses win. And then we get.
Do you even know what a Frankensteiner is?
A Frankensteiner is well, it's kind of just like a brainbuster Hurricane Rana.
Don't worry about it yet.
So, the Yoga Crew, you remember them?
They're
I
great.
mean, we didn't forget when we booked that part.
Yeah.
So the Yoga Crew is currently working to get their action back after a loss on the last show.
Who knows?
It was a loss somewhere, and they decided to work out with their favorite girls, Tori Wilson and Fake Lips McGee, and Disco Inferno. My dad decides to show up and do the stretch of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4.
I thought Corey Feldman was
jazz
your dad.
sides. I'm pretty sure it's kayfabe that he is my father. I would show photos of the DNA test, but I can't allow that legally to come out.
By the way, they took an L at breakfast. They didn't take an L in the ring. They took an L at breakfast. They got to cut carbs now.
Yeah,
it's all good.
They took an L in breakfast. They didn't get bacon with your.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dustin Rhodes, hardcore open challenge, and out comes that 70s awesome guy. Wow, I can't believe we actually called him that. That 70s awesome guy comes out.
That was a you idea.
Probably. That's the sad part.
That's why I thought it was a Tim and Eric character.
It comes out in his 70s van, whatever. There's a little disco in there. He has no relation to the disco club at all, by the way. That's the greatest part about this, or does he? But he goes out and he says that he's going to answer the hardcore. Yeah, spoiler alert. He's going to take on Dustin Rhodes for that hardcore title tonight, and he props his United States title up in the little windshield for all to see while the match goes on. By the way, Dustin Rhodes wins, and he gets a flying lariato for the 10 count to knock out that 70s awesome guy with the last man standing match, stipulation. So it was good.
It was good.
All right. Dane needs to explain this one because he booked this.
Okay, so Norman Smiley is kind of starting his own. You know how he's starting his own brand like Titus did, and he's trying to get Psychosis to get along, and he wants to be like Smiley Inc. And Psychosis is really confused. Psychosis's English is a little iffy on this, and it definitely shows while he's talking to Smiley. But he's like, "Come on, I can make you huge star here. You're gonna be the next world champion. I promise you." He's like, "Think about it," and then Psychosis is just scratching his head, and he's like, "Smiley Inc."
That's great. That's
kind of like a goofy.
That's
little
great.
Thing
I wasn't expecting that, but
then we have our main event. The two biggest icons in the sport of WCW. We have the icon, the man with bat, the bat with man, Sting, versus the man that nature truly forgot, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, at having a fantastic heat and great match that lasts only 19 minutes and 48 seconds. And the only reason Ric Flair could not retain and fuse the belts together was because of the Crowy interfered to help out his fellow leader, Sting. If you remember the Crow, comment why the Crow's a horrible idea.
Comment why the Crow should have helped out his father instead.
The WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
All right,
and
that's good.
Oh my God, I told you. The Crowy and Sting celebrate in the middle of the ring. After all that's said and done, Crowy is still loyal to Sting after his father tried to get him to join back home, try to open the door for Charlotte.
For Charlotte.
Charlotte. She's like
Charlotte was
old enough.
Ashley Flair was at ringside saying brother, and he's like, I'm not your brother.
I'm the Crowy.
I'm Sting's son.
As Metallica plays in the background and Thunder hits the stage, WCW ends with the Crowy picking up his father's title and putting it on Sting's shoulders. And we will end the night with Chris Harris was too much in the show.
We'll see you next time.
He was like in one match.
He had a segment too. We'll see you next time.